Hey guys, what's going on? It's xdeadlysmoorex here, and welcome back to part 50, the big 5-0 of our Trails of Cold Steel Let's Play. In the last episode, we took on the additional request that Governor Regnitz asked us to do, which was there was a burglary at the St. Corey's Jewelers, which was perpetrated by none other than the infamous Phantom Thief B. He stole the Crimson Tiara, which was like right in the centre of the jewelers, and he made us go on a wild goose chase, as was the title of the episode, or like a treasure hunt really, for trying to find it. And it ended up being, so we went to Jericho's Plaza first, then to Matter Park, then to where's we go after that? I think we went to the port afterwards. Yeah, to the port, and then we were gonna go. Then there was a tram in the port, which then the driver let us on. We found the tiara. Then we found out that the driver of the tram that let us on was Phantom Thief B, or as Reen managed to figure out, he was actually Baron Blue Blanc. So, I mean, it wasn't hard. If you listen to the actual driver, you could tell it's kind of, they had the same sort of voice. But yeah, kind of that was a reveal, and then we got, after we like returned the tiara, and we got 500 of every like elemental Sepith, which is really cool. Instructor Sara gave us a call and said that Group A along with Group B were to meet outside Saint Astraea's school at 5 p.m. And if you guys remember, St. Astraea is the same school. It's a noble school for girls, but it's the same school that Elise, Reen's sister, goes to. So let's jump into it. I don't have much time to do anything once we've arrived at the Sankt district. Should we get going? Oh yes, because there ain't shit else to do. Set up. There we go. Ugh.
They were wearing the same uniform as Reen's sister.
Yeah, they must go to St. Astraea too.
So, the famous St. Astraea Girls' School is around here, huh? It's supposed to be a combined middle and high school exclusively for the young ladies of the nobility.
Yeah, this is one part of the capital that the masses have no reason to visit. Although, I can at least support the school's commitment to fostering chastity and rejecting materialism.
You seem to know an awful lot about a fancy girls' school.
No, I don't. This is all just common knowledge.
Anyway, let's go and wait by the front gate.
Yeah, those were the instructor's orders.
I'm feeling kind of nervous, actually.
Why would you?
To men, this academy must seem clad in the mysterious, impenetrable aura of feminine nobility.
Or you could just take it as Elliot's kind of nervous around like girls that he doesn't know. That's also a possibility. Which is probably more likely than like what Laura said. I know she was probably.
I was wondering.
I know she was like playing a joke, but ew.
Did you not want to come here, Laura?
My father did recommend it to me, but they offered no classes in the martial arts. That alone was reason enough to look elsewhere.
I can totally understand that.
Though I get the feeling Laura would cause a real uproar if she went to a school for genteel young ladies.
Laura just like in her, like people like knock on her room, and then they just hear Laura just yelling and like, what the hell's she doing? Open the door and she's swinging like her giant two-handed sword around. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, I can picture the chaos now.
Oh? I have a number of acquaintances who attend there, and from all I hear, it does seem to be a wonderful school. I've heard that even Princess Alphen herself is a student there.
Alphen is probably like you'll meet her. I know you guys probably know, but you'll meet Princess Alphen, and she's probably one of my favourite non-Class 7 members. One of my favourite non one of my favorite people that isn't in class 7, basically. That was a really weird. Why was that sentence so hard to get out?
I've heard that too.
Princess who?
You've seriously never heard of her? I know you're not from Erebonia, but even still.
Where is Fee from, actually? Because I don't know if you ever find out where she's from. If you do know where she's from, can you let me know in the comments? Because I kind of want to know.
To be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if plenty of Erebonians didn't know who she is.
Princess Alphen is the daughter of our reigning emperor, His Majesty Emperor Ugent. She's supposed to be as sweet as an angel and popular with everyone.
Lies. Once you get to know her, she's not that.
Is that so?
Actually, I believe she's the same age as Fee.
She is. She's 15. So it's because I think she's the same age as Elise, and Elise is 15.
I've had the opportunity to meet her once before. She truly is as charming as the rumors suggest.
I figured as much. I've seen photographs of her plenty of times in magazines, though I've never had the opportunity to meet her.
Sounds like she's in the same school year as Elise, come to think of it. She has a twin brother, too, Prince Cedric.
He's 15 as well, I think.
He's the crown prince of Erebonia.
Oh, right. I think I've seen a picture of the prince in a magazine before. Dark blonde hair, like Eustace's brother, right?
Oh, I think you're thinking of Prince Oliver. He's Cedric and Alphen's older brother.
Prince Oliver is a very interesting character. He's great, but he's a very, how do I put it? Eccentric, I think is the best word to describe it.
Why isn't he the crown prince then?
I've heard the reason is that his mother was a commoner.
Lies. It's because of how he acts.
It seems like a stupid reason to deny him the right of succession.
I feel like I've been hearing his name a lot lately. He made a big splash when he came back from Liberl aboard that airship. You know the one, right?
Ah, you must be referring to his return aboard the Arcel, after the crisis in Liberl was put to rest.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. It really made a big impact. I'd never seen an airship that looked so white and elegant before.
I believe my father went to welcome the prince back in his capacity as imperial governor, too. And yeah, now that you mention it, that does seem to be when I started hearing his name around a lot more.
Oh, you're all here already.
Ah, you made it.
It's good to see you all again.
Got it.
You're a bunch of early birds, aren't you?
Well, we just about finished up everything we had to do when we got the call to meet here.
Were you able to finish up everything on your end, too?
As if we'd leave any loose ends. If not for our unfamiliarity with the city, we would have been finished this morning.
Every time.
Looks like getting these two to kiss and make up will be an uphill battle.
Well, some say that when someone gets under your skin, it means you really care about what they think.
Wait, did you two?
I figured the girls would be the first to notice.
Of course. I apologize for any worry I've caused you.
We're fine now.
Really? That's great! It sure is. Maybe after this field study is over, we can get together and spend the night talking in one of our rooms.
Sounds good.
The thought of a Class 7 pajama party makes me a little embarrassed.
That's girls for you.
Girls and sleepovers go together like jam and toast, huh?
That must be Heimdall Cathedral's bell. It has a solemn, stately sound, wouldn't you say?
It sounds so different from how it does in the Ost district. Though that makes sense considering the distance.
I want to know what that tattoo on Geiss's arm's about. I know I've said it before, but I actually really want to know what it's about. Because I don't think it ever gets mentioned in this game or in 2. And I wouldn't know if it gets mentioned in 3 because I haven't got that far yet.
That bell ringing must mean it's 5 o'clock, which means it's almost the time we were supposed to meet here.
Rain?
Elise, what are you doing here? Wait, I guess this is your school, so where else would you be?
Stupid question, Reen.
Yes. I see all of your classmates are with you too.
It's only been a week since we saw you, hasn't it?
Well, we were told to meet here.
Wait a minute. Are you the ones? The 9 guests I was told to expect at 5 o'clock sharp?
Well, there are 9 of us in Class 7. Wait, what?
Then that would mean you're the one we were told wanted us to come here?
Actually, I suspect that would be a friend of mine. Why does she always have to be such a mischief maker? I swear. She could have at least given me a little warning that you were coming.
Elise?
Anyway, where are my manners? Welcome to St. Estrella Girls' School. I hope you'll enjoy your visit. Right this way.
Whoa. Boys. I don't think I've seen it. Okay. That was Thor's military academy. Born brother studied there when he was younger. Oh, isn't it the Emperor Dark was founded? I heard they were allowed comments control there too. Oh my, isn't that Lady Laura? She always looks so gallant. Oh, do you think that she's transferring here? No, she's not. Is that the bomb boy uses? Okay, these move way too fast for me to. With the foreigner, he's so tall. Yes, he is. So cute. To her goals. Like she needs. She does actually. They could use a hug. Yeah, I can feel the third voice holes in my head. Pay them no mind. We certainly do seem to be the stars of the show today. And Laura's as popular as ever. I can't say that being admired doesn't feel nice, but... Please don't be too hard on them. We don't have many opportunities to meet people from outside the school. You think that boy in the front is a commoner? I'm not sure, but either way he looks so handsome. How do you think they know Elise? Actually, you're right, this is kind of uncomfortable. Are you all the same age as you, Elise? I don't know and I don't care. That's when, like after all this shit's over, Elise is gonna have like a stern word with like those two.
What's in here?
It looks like an indoor garden.
This is the Academy's Rose Garden. The person who called you here is waiting inside.
Who did call us here anyway?
Whoever they are, they must have considerable social standing.
That's putting it mildly.
Your Highness, I brought the guests. Thank you. Please show them in.
Oh.
No way.
Marcus sounded like he just did something in his pants there for me. He's like, oh.
Hey, Elise, is that...
You don't need to ask when you already know. Now, if you'll follow me...
I knew it!
Lies, Elise, I know you didn't.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen of Class 7. My name is Alphin. Alphin Rice Arner. It's a pleasure to meet all of you. Come on, Elise, cheer up. I'm sorry, all right? I was only trying to tease you a little. Don't you have something you wanted to discuss with everyone? Please, go right ahead.
The Elise is gonna have... I know Alphin, like, she likes teasing Elise, but Elise looks like she's gonna have some strong words for Alphin after this.
Well, that aside, it's been a long time since I last saw both of you, Eustace and Laura. I'm glad to see you're both well.
Likewise, Your Highness.
You've become even more fetching since we last met.
Aw, thank you.
I can understand how Eustace would like meet Alphin being like in one of the foreground houses, like the son of the Duke. like Duke Alberrea, like in that standing. But I don't know how Laura would have met Alfin.
I was rather hoping that you'd decide to enroll in Sanctus Dryad too. But it seems you chose to attend Thor's after all.
Well, I've committed myself to following the way of the sword, and Thor's gives me a place to hone my skills. I apologize for not being able to live up to your expectations.
First I lost Angelica to Thor's, then you too. Perhaps I should just transfer there next year myself. Your Highness. Got you to look. But I...
Well, she seems lively.
She seems far more easygoing than I was expecting.
I've heard plenty about her, but none of that prepared me for meeting her in person.
So, this is what it's like to be in the presence of royalty. It's actually rather overwhelming.
I can see why people always compare her to an angel.
Me too.
Please don't worry about me. Well, I still have much to learn before I feel like I deserve my status among the nobility. I've been blessed with wonderful friends, and I'm enjoying life here at the Academy.
Well, she does seem to have at least one wonderful friend. Kind of an understatement when that friend happens to be Princess Elfin.
I'm particularly happy to finally be able to meet you, Reen Schwarzer. Elise has told me so much about you. Your Highness?
I'm honored that you'd say so. Elise always mentions in her letters what a great friend she has. As her brother, I wanted to thank you for that.
Reen? Oh, it's so refreshing. You're every bit the person Elise says you are. Perhaps even more so.
Huh?
Actually, I have a teensy-weensy favor to ask. Do you think I could join Elise in thinking of you as my dear brother as well?
What?
Your Highness! You see, Elise has spoken of you so often that in my heart, you've already come to feel like family. And now that I've had the opportunity to meet you, I fear I simply can't suppress these feelings any longer. I have 2 brothers already, of course, so I'm sure it won't take long to adjust.
I couldn't possibly. I mean...
That's enough, Your Highness. Aw, don't be so stingy. Surely it wouldn't hurt to share him with me a little. Anyway, that aside, the reason I called you here today was not to talk with me. There is someone else who would like to meet you.
Why? It's not like we're famous.
Who do you mean?
Hey, isn't that...
A guitar? No, a lute?
Oh, it seems he's arrived. Oh.
I apologize for keeping you waiting.
There he is.
It's a pleasure to see you again.
And you as well, young lady. Well, I trust everyone here has been making themselves comfortable.
Who's this guy?
I'm not sure, though I feel like I've seen him somewhere before.
I serve as a music instructor in the hallowed halls of this fine academic institution. In truth, I am ever on the hunt for that elusive mayfly we call love. But that might raise eyebrows at a girls' school. But whose pulse would not quicken wandering into this untainted cloister of dew-eyed maidens? Ah, the romance.
Could he be?
Ow!
Where the hell did Alvin pull that out? I don't know where the hell Alvin pulled that fan out from.
Any more of that and our guests may start edging toward the exit.
That dress has no pockets. Where the hell is she hiding that? Actually, don't answer that question. I don't want to know where she was hiding that.
Ah, I can always count on you to never miss a beat, my dear sister.
Oh, wait. So this is...
Whoa.
Indeed.
Oliver Rice Honor.
'Tis I, Olivert Rice Arner. also known by some unscrupulous individuals as the Debaucherous Prince. I also serve as Thor's Military Academy's ornamental chairman of the board. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, ladies and gentlemen of Class 7.
I have to admit, I was surprised to learn that you're the chairman of the board of directors, Your Highness. I'd heard that the chairman was a member of the imperial family, but still.
I'm not surprised. Who would expect the infamous prodigal son to chair a committee at a prestigious academy like Thor's? I suppose it's not surprising they'd rather keep it hushed up, though. It wouldn't exactly be great for the school's image.
That's surprisingly forthright coming from you.
Is it really true, though? I mean, that you were the one responsible for establishing Class 7, Your Highness?
Indeed, I was.
Oops.
You see, it's always been a tradition that a member of the imperial family serves as chairman of the board. At first, I wore the title in name only, but I had a change of heart after my vacation in Liberl 2 years ago.
You were in Liberl back then?
That would put your visit during the incident that occurred there, correct?
Right. All I've done since I returned to Erebonia has been inspired by my experience during the crisis in Liberl. As a result, fruitless though they may prove to be, I've set a number of plans in motion. One of which is to bring the winds of change to Thor's Military Academy. A gust of fresh air, if you will.
Winds of change, huh?
I can only assume you're referring to our class?
Then the one who decided to throw both commoners and nobles into the same class was...
Yes, the idea was mine. Although the selected students also had to have a high aptitude with the Arcus units too.
I think I'm finally starting to understand the reasoning behind Class 7, and why we're being sent all over Erebonia on these field studies.
To show us firsthand and give us cause to consider the conflict between the two factions. That is the purpose behind our field studies. Is it not, Your Highness?
That is one of the reasons, yes. However, my foremost intention was to show you that during your lives, you will encounter many obstacles and conflicts. Not just between factions, but between the capital and the provinces, tradition and technology, even between nations. In these turbulent times, I thought that this would provide the hands-on education today's promising youths need. We need up-and-comers who can think and act independently to face tomorrow's challenges head-on.
That makes sense.
Wow, that's quite a plan.
I can't help but feel a little unsure whether we can live up to such high expectations.
Hang on.
Hearing your explanation has, at the very least, cleared up many of the doubts I've had up to this point.
Oh, sorry about that. Go on, Itch.
Class 7 does seem like an ideal environment to expand one's outlook on life.
I feel like going through everything we have so far has brought us closer to doing exactly that.
Yep.
Marvelous. I'm so pleased to hear it. Just listening to you makes me feel even more certain that establishing Class 7 was the right decision. Especially since while the idea itself was mine, I have no real say in how the classes run day to day. Even so, I still hope to meet all of you at least once, if only to tell you all this. That was when Alphen stepped in and offered to set up this little meeting.
I see. Well, I could hardly refuse such a sincere request from my brother. But it also presented me a fine chance to finally meet Elise's beloved brother, as I've always wanted to. Your Highness!
Thank you for taking the time to tell us all of this, Your Highness. I feel like now that I know, I want to live up to the promise you saw in Class 7. Thing is, am I right in assuming that Class 7 doesn't exist just to fulfill your progressive ideal?
What do you...
Oh?
The board has its chairman, of course, but 3 directors besides. My older brother Rufus, Imperial Governor Karl Regnitz, and Irina Reinford of the Reinford Group.
Oh, yeah.
Now that you mention it,
They do seem to have certain expectations for us.
Precisely. As I mentioned, I no longer have anything to do with how Class 7 is run. That authority lies with the directors. As you're keenly aware, Rufus and Governor Regnitz sit on opposite sides of the factional divide. And while Chairman Irina is mostly involved with Class 7's technology, like the Arcus, her intentions are a mystery to me. And it's those 3 who decide where you'll travel for your field studies.
Is that right?
When you put it that way, it does make it seem like some kind of bargaining is taking place behind the scenes.
It was one of the conditions they gave in exchange for allowing Class 7 to be established. I'll admit, I hesitated to allow it, but I decided to place my hopes in you. We believed then, as we still do, that one day you all will be a great light that can push back the darkness of this country. Well, I suppose when I put it that way, it sounds positively heroic. But that's just me. Don't feel too pressured by it. Your students, first and foremost. Reach out and grab that fragrant rose of school life. Join a club. Eat cheap food with your friends at midnight. Fall in love. We live but once. Make your youth count.
You know, it's weird, but hearing you say that kind of takes a load off my mind.
By the way, just earlier you said that we believed the Class 7 would be a great light. Is there someone else involved with Thor's who shares your vision for our class, Your Highness?
There is. Principal Van Dyke. I once attended Thor's myself and studied under him. He gave my proposal to establish Class 7 his full backing.
I see.
He's been particularly considerate toward us ever since we arrived at the Academy.
While he has no direct control over the running of the Academy, he does preside over the board meetings. And above all, he's the one who assembled an excellent team to give you first-rate training.
An excellent team, you say?
Are you referring to Instructor Sara?
Well, she's certainly one of them. Still, coaxing her away from her former line of work certainly played a large part in giving Class 7 a great foundation. She is, after all, one of the strongest people in the Empire, and her experience makes her a natural field leader.
Wait, what?
Instructor Sara? One of the strongest people in Erebonia?
Fact.
exactly what experience might you be referring to?
I've even heard rumors of her daring exploits myself.
She was known as the Purple Lightning. Doesn't that sound exciting?
Wait. Purple Lightning?
I knew it.
If you two have heard of it, it must be a household name among martial artists.
That's right. Though I've just heard it in passing.
Ah, that young ace of the Erebonian Bracer Guild, and one of the Empire's most famous bracers. She has a history full of brave feats and dangerous deeds. She was even the youngest bracer to achieve A-rank status. Back then, she was known as the Purple Lightning. Now, you know her simply as your homeroom teacher.
Obviously we'll save, but I think we'll continue going on for this episode. Because that would be rather short if I just cut it off right there. Yes, that save file underneath the one you're seeing is another one I've started, but that's because I felt like playing this game again. I finished 2 and immediately started 1 again after I was letting 3 download. Thanks for seeing us out. I never would have guessed you were friends with Princess Alphin of all people. I wish I knew how much she said was genuine. Hey, guys. Thank you for taking time to come here today. Take care on your way back to your lodgings. We will, thank you. Thanks for showing us around. Good night. Good night, everyone. Wait. Don't worry. I can kind of understand where she's coming from.
I doubt anyone could have guessed that Her Highness would extend such a bold invitation to you.
I'm not sure that's my fault. Ah, yes, I almost forgot. I mean, I have a small favour I'd like to ask of you. Me? Your Highness. Oh, you're going to ask him? But of course. You see, tomorrow I'll be attending a garden party sponsored by the local government for the start of the festival, or rather, Marcus and Father invited me to attend.
Yes, I seem to recall hearing that myself.
That's the one at the Crystal Garden in Meadow Park, right? Indeed. Anyway, let's not waltz around the matter. I was rather hoping you would join me as my dance partner, Reen. What? Does that mean... Do you think Her Highness knows that I was setting a dance today, a wedding tomorrow?
I'm sure that's fully in the realm of cowboy speculation.
Still, there's no denying what that many will interpret that way. Whoa. Hold on a minute. I don't think I can... I mean, it would be an honor, but it's like too great of an honor for someone like me. Oh, not at all. Your father may be a baron, but the Schwarzes have deep ties with the Imperial family. Have had deep ties with the Imperial family. I apologise if this comes across as rude, but inviting you would likely create less opposition if I were to invite Eustace.
I see. Well, I can't deny that. You needn't apologise. I find your choice rather fascinating, actually.
Eustace, you're not fucking helping here, dude. Anyway, I really don't think I'm the man you want. Sometimes I can barely keep from tripping over my own feet. Is that so? Elise told me that she asked you to help her practice the finer points of ballroom dancing. In fact, she says you're an excellent dancer. That you step lightly and very gently. Is that not true, Reen? Well, at least if looks could kill, Alfin would be dead right now. That's all I'm saying. I understand. It was rude of me to trouble you with a petition like this on such short notice. And besides, I don't suppose you would have much interest in dancing with a little girl like me. Wait. That's not what I'm saying. That's my sister, alright? She knows how to twist the knife. Your Highness, please. You too, Prince Oliver. Looks like they're having fun.
I had no idea the Imperial family was such a lively and cheerful bunch.
I get the feeling they aren't all like this. Ah, I see now. How could it not have crossed my mind? Perhaps the truth is that you already have your heart set on someone else. Or is there someone else you're already courting? Well, do you? I'm positively dying to know which maiden has conquered the battlefield of your heart. Oh, for God's sake, wait, Yikes, how am I supposed to get out of this one? I'm not sure how to turn it down gently. Well, I shall relent this time. Huh? However, next year I'll be 16 just like your sister. That's when I'll be making my debut into high society. So I'd be very happy if you'd give my invitation some thought. Well, aren't you the lucky one? Her Highness really seems to take a liking to you. Wait, that image... Wait, if you look earlier, Elise had a shitty grin on her face, and now she's got a really upset one. Kind of weird, but whatever.
You really ought to have accepted her invitation. It might have led to something truly unexpected in the future.
Nah, I doubt it. It seemed like she just took an interest in me because I'm her friend's brother. It really didn't seem all that serious, so I figured she was just trying to tease the two of us. I can't deny it seemed that way, but I got the impression that wasn't all that was going on there. You weren't the only one feeling nervous the whole time. Prince Oliver was an even more unusual person than I've heard.
No doubt about that.
He seemed entertaining to be around.
To think he's the one who made Class 7 possible.
He seemed easygoing, but hearing him talk about our class made what we're doing feel even more important. And besides, he gave us plenty of other useful info. Yeah, including the fact that the board of directors seems to have their own agendas for us, or agenda for us. Oh, excuse me.
I have no idea what they're planning, but their motive seems incredibly suspicious.
Agreed. Hearing the instructor's background kind of threw me for a loop too. I never would imagine she used to be a bracer. Once you find out who she also was, that'll be a twist for you, Elliot. Fucking hell. It even took me by surprise, because I wasn't expecting it. Maybe because you really don't see them around anymore to begin with.
A rank is more or less the highest you can be too. I assume you already know about her history fee?
Yep, the girl was every Jaeger main competition after all. Probably even ran into her a few times during our expeditions. Really? It's unbelievable. I almost forgotten about the good old days. Instructor? How long have you been there? So it looks like you finally figured out my work history, huh? Not all of it. I guess that kind of tarnishes my rousing adult charm a bit then. I hate to break it to you, but you can have anything to begin with. Shh. Do you hear an old maid saying? What was that?
Good evening, everyone. Captain Claire? This is quite the unusual combination.
Still haven't figured out why she hates Claire and Sharon, but... Let me be the first to assure you this wasn't my idea, but the governor's asked me to tell you that tomorrow's field study has been put on hold. Instead, you'll get the exciting opportunity to help this lady and her goons with their evil schemes. Huh? What evil schemes? Sarah, could you maybe not try and put them off entirely before I've even had a chance to explain? Actually, there's a matter I'd like all of you to help us with. I've discussed this with the governor and he decided this would be the best way to handle the issue. Get in the fucking car. Now if you'd be so kind to get on board, I'll explain everything to you at the command post in Heimdall Central Station. Get in the fucking car, don't ask questions. Indeed. I'm afraid we have no choice but to define them as such. Unfortunately, we have no clue as to their aim, nor do we know the names of the group's members, its size or its history. At present, it doesn't even seem that the terrorist group has established a name for itself. That's a lot of unknowns. Would I be correct in assuming the man we met in the North Highlands, who was trying to start a war, is a member? His name was Gideon.
So he's one of them,
He said his name was Gideon or G or something like that.
So that's what that man you encountered in the Highlands was up to.
He does sound like the terrorist type. And you think he and his group are trying something tomorrow on the first day of the summer festival? We're currently operating under that assumption, yes. The summer festival lasts 3 days, but unlike festivals in other provinces, only the first day garners much attention. Oh, excuse me. It's been a month since the incident in Nord, and if they intend to make their next move soon, tomorrow is the most likely time. I have to agree. Terrorists do love their time in the spotlight after all, and considering how easy Gideon gave view his name, I'm betting we'll start seeing them acting more openly soon. First you gather arms, and other like first you gather arms and other like-minded allies in secret. Then you free yourself with a bang, keep going quick succession. That's the typical terrorist MO. I see. And you want us to assist with the countermeasures against them? Right, the RMP will be joining forces with the Heimdall military police to bolster the capital's security. Unfortunately, as big as the capital is, I can't say with complete confidence that there'll be no holes in our security. That's where you come in. You'll be assisting our security measures as a reserve force. It'd sure be nice if the guild was still active here. That would have come in mighty handy right about now. Yes, I don't disagree. Sarah, you do note that the RMP had no involvement in the guild's withdrawal from the capital, right? Oh, really? I mean, your boss and that brother of yours could hardly make their opposition to the guild more obvious if they tried. Well, those two really seem to have a messy history between them. I don't think we ever meet Cloud's brother, do we? Sure looks that way, especially where the guild is concerned. Although it sounds like your brother's been keeping busy in Crossbell recently. So what's it going to be? Whether you choose this as your field study test for tomorrow is totally up to you. If you decline, there are plenty of tests the governor needs taken care of, like you've been doing the last 2 days. Summer festival is a busy time after all. A lot of little details that you need to be squared away. I think I speak for Group A when I say we've got to join in with the anti-terrorist countermeasures. Group B feels the same. Alright then. Thank you for your assistance, everyone. Now let's move right along to confirming the patrol routes you'll be following. Oops. Wow, this place sure brings back memories. Up until a year and a half ago, I'd swing by here at least once a week. Really? I'll be surprised if I've seen you around before then. Well, I did end up getting to know your sister. Fiona, right? Works as a piano teacher? Seriously? Wait, she did say she knew someone who worked at the guild. I guess she... Oh, I was going to give Marcus the southern accent then. I guess she was talking about the instructor.
Still, Instructor? What was it that caused the guild to withdraw from the capital?
I've been wondering that for a while now myself. The guild used to be pretty active here in Erebonia, right? Well, yeah. The direct cause of was the guild branches all over the country being blown up, but I'm sure you already knew about that. The corporates were Jaeger Corps hired by a nasty bunch the guild was at odds with at the time. Well, it still is, but anyway. Thanks to a dependable ally, we were able to defeat the Jaegers, but by then the Imperial government had its eye on us. They started making life difficult for us, took away most of the guild's authority in the country, leaving our hands tied. Eventually, the branches here started closing one by one, with no real prospect of ever reopening. So that's how it was. Instructor. Don't worry. Your dad might be the city's governor, but he wasn't really involved. A certain friend of ours, however, was very involved. You're talking about
Chancellor Gilead Osborne, representative of the Imperial government, I assume.
An absolute bastard. Yep, him and his cronies in the Imperial Intelligence Division. It's kind of like a sister organisation to the Railway Military Police. After all that, I was out of a job. Then Principal Van Dyke came and offered me a position at the academy. I started as a combat instructor last spring, and after that, I wound up being chosen as your class's homeroom teacher. Still, I still help out the guild from time to time, though that's how I ended up bringing in our Jaeger princess here. Knocking off.
So that's what happened. You mentioned that a Jaeger Corps was responsible for the attacks. What was its name?
Oh, it wasn't the same group. Oh, it wasn't the same group Frey you used to be running with. They were called Jester, not a particularly high-ranking outfit.
I see.
Worried about me?
Well, I did suspect it was likely a different corps. From the sound of it, the Jaeger Corps we belonged to was a pretty large one, though. Oh, definitely. She was a Zephyr. Their leader was this insidious guy known as the Jaeger King. You name a combat specialty, Zephyr already covered. They were the only corps on par with the Red Constellation. Which had its roots in the Berserkers of the Middle Ages. They caused me plenty of trouble back when I was still a full-time bracer. Look who's talking. You caused plenty of trouble. You caused us plenty of trouble yourself. It's hard to believe this all happening to people we actually know. Yeah, it sounds more like a story out of some novel. Oh. No, it's gone. Anyway, the terrorists you've been hearing about lately aren't part of any Jaeger Corps. Figured that was the case. Generally, Jaegers are interested in two things, money and fighting. That Gideon guy you encountered in North Highlands doesn't seem to fit that description, though. If I had to guess, I'd say he's acting on some kind of deep-seated grudge. A grudge, huh? Well, it's hard to say anything for sure. I've never met him myself.
From what I understand, he did something particularly tenacious.
He was definitely that. Which means we're really gonna have to step it up for our patrol tomorrow. Your involvement is just a precautionary step. But if you're gonna help, give it your best, I'd say. Seems like your teamwork is smoother than ever too. So all the best. All the better even. Anyway, it's late. So get your report written and get some sleep. I'm gonna crash in one of the empty rooms upstairs. That accent got changed halfway through.
Instructor never changes, does she?
You sure?
She seemed more talkative than usual.
It was like she was pushing herself.
Now that you mention it,
she did seem far more forthcoming with information than usual. Maybe she's feeling a bit weird being back in our old workplace. You might be right. Still, I guess we're not really in any position to worry about her. We'll just have to do our best to coordinate with Group B tomorrow to make sure everything goes smoothly.
Agreed.
Alright, so soon we get our report right, and soon we can get some sleep. So the closest one we're getting to, well, what we need to is...
Keep up the good work!
Yeah, we did some decent work. There he is, G-Man himself. Well, not the G-Man, but... Gideon.
The time is finally at hand. At last. The hammer of judgment shall rouse this indolent capital from its slumber. Yeah!
Comrade G, all of the necessary preparations are complete.
But it feels like you have so few men accompanying you.
Wouldn't it be wise to call in a few others for backup?
There's nothing to fear.
But fear itself.
As long as I have this flute, not even the railway military police stand a chance of stopping us.
You won't have that flute for long, bro.
Tomorrow, the people of this land will at last know our name. My dear comrades, I shall be counting on you all. Yeah!
Day of the Summer Festival. Alright, I'm gonna head up. I'm going to check on Group B before heading on to the Railway Military Police's command post. Just give me a call on your records if you find anything during your patrols. Okay, will do, Instructor.
Leave it to us.
Still, I was expecting Captain Kurt to be our point of contact. Yeah, I wasn't expecting you to cooperate with the Railway Military Police. I'm not exactly delighted about working with them, but things are looking pretty serious. I'm helping them this once and acting as your point of contact, but I won't allow them to forget a minute that they owe me. Anyway, I'll see you all later. Tell Fiona thanks for the breakfast. Sure thing. Alright, we should get moving too. We got our designated areas, so we'll be patrolling them one by one, keeping an eye out for anything suspicious. Instructor Sara said she'd contact us around noon too. Let's be off then. Ja. I'm guessing the city's going to be packed with people since it's the first day of the summer festival. That's all the more reason we need to stay especially vigilant. Right, that will end it for today's episode. So for a quick recap, we went to St. Estra's school. We met Elise at the entrance to the gate and found out the person that called us there was none other than the Imperial Princess Alfin, which we met, and she was a very interesting character. But not only that, we also met the we met Prince Oliver as well. He's a, as you guys probably saw, he's a very extravagant character, shall we say. He's still, right. I still find him a good character. I still like him. But what else did we do? Oh yeah, we found out about Instructor Sara's past as well. Alfin offered or invited Reen to dance with her at the Crystal Palace thing in Matter Park, which Elise wasn't too happy about.
Right.
And then we found out that on this day that we're on now, a bunch of terrorists are gonna show up and do things that normal terrorists tend to do. So yeah, in the next episode we're going to be going on our patrol to see if we can catch these bastards. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. If you are enjoying our Trials of Cold Steel Let's Play series, make sure to subscribe as well. If you're a fan of JRPGs or just RPGs in general, make sure to subscribe as well, because hey, that's what I'll be doing on this channel. I also have a few projects lined up, so hopefully you guys are looking forward to those, and hopefully you will enjoy them when they come out. But yeah, with all that PSA out of the way, this is xdeadlysmoorex, and I'll see you guys next time.